Bienvenidos una vez más a otro video de NBA2K13 y ahora con otro partido de liga regular, donde esta noche estaremos enfrentando a los Phoenix Suns en Phoenix, un partido que, como verán ahí, está marcado como clave. ¿Por qué dirán ustedes? Bueno, marcado como clave porque Phoenix ha tenido una racha de muchas victorias y ya ha trepado a la octava posición. En este momento está octavo y de terminar los playoffs estaríamos enfrentando justamente a los Phoenix Suns en los playoffs, ya que nosotros estamos primeros. Es un partido clave, no tanto para nosotros, pero sí creo que para los Phoenix, porque ya estamos, como verán ahí, ya hemos pasado el All-Star, así que estamos en la parte final de la liga. Ya quedan apenas menos de 30 partidos, 20 y algo, y son otra vez donde vuelven a ponerse bastante rudos, porque los que están abajo necesitan victorias urgentes para terminar de escalar y asegurarse una plaza en los playoffs. Nosotros vamos con un récord de 47-9, vamos sobrados, ya que el segundo detrás de nosotros es el Thunder, y ya tiene 15 derrotas. Así que bueno, el All-Star, ustedes habrán visto que yo nunca mostré un juego de All-Star jugado, porque realmente es un poco que me da rabia de este juego, que es el mismo error, tiene el mismo error que los demás NBA 2K, ¿no? El 2012, el 11, tenía siempre el error de que uno jugaba la temporada, termina siendo el más votado para estar en el All-Star, y cuando le toca jugar el All-Star termina no solamente no siendo titular, sino que apenas te dejan jugar 4, 5 o 8 minutos. Entonces realmente es como que es un partido más, lo dejo pasar. Realmente le quita mucha emoción a lo que es jugar al All-Star. Realmente algo muy mal que ha hecho 2K, que no, como le digo, no han visto ese error, o realmente no sé qué, pero realmente se viene repitiendo. Ya desde el 2011 tenía el mismo error. Por más que seas votado primero, nunca termina siendo titular. Así que bueno, por eso nunca he mostrado un All-Star, porque realmente no es digno de mostrar. Así que bueno, vamos directamente a este partido entre San Antonio y Phoenix, a ver cómo nos va a ir esta noche.
Hey, we all know Melo's gonna do everything he can to go off on us tonight. But we ain't gonna let that happen. You hear me? Let's shut Melo down and take that W.
And they're up for the challenge in front of them today, without a doubt. It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona, as 2K Sports brings you today's live action from the U.S. Airways Center.
Bueno, ahí como veían, han sido hablar y haciendo referencia de Carmelo Anthony, que está en este Phoenix Suns en esta temporada, y que gracias a él viene la gran remontada de Phoenix, ¿no?
Looking at the starting five for the San Antonio Spurs. Brought to you by State Farm. Ceda, he's in at point guard. Marion is out there with Duncan. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. And for Phoenix, Anthony out there with Beasley. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Smith in at the two spot. Rebound San Antonio. This is the second time they've matched up against Phoenix.
Yeah, they really had their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down.
Marion kicks to Duncan. And Marion gets it to go on the assist from Duncan. Marion's got the opening basket of the game for the Spurs. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns, He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thanks,
qué tapón le metió.
6 to shoot. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
5 en el reloj de tiro. Encima.
Five on the clock. Here it's Sida, and they turn over the 24-second.
Qué bien me marcó.
Signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Dragic, averaging 13 points a contest. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. He feeds it to Melo. He passes to Beasley. Smith, shot clock at 6. Smith missing again. Here's Cool Hands. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ball game.
Offensive rebound, and Anthony with the block.
Well, just the one make here early on. 1 for 5 shooting.
Pass to Smith. The fader. Anthony dishes to Dragic. J.R. Smith on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Goes up again. And so
como lo madrugaron a Don. O estamos muy dormidos, los otros están muy despiertos. Algo pasa.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Both good from the line that time. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Clippers.
And, Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
Yeah, and you can't just pick 1 or 2 players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Pero, fuimos los dos, no agarró ninguna.
Dragic the pass to Carmelo. Over Marion. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Dragic.
His offensive game is so refined, guys. Extremely well developed in just about every aspect.
Here's Sida. And that one's drained from the low block.
Sí, es cierto.
The Suns have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Morris. Duncan with the block. Out of bounds.
Boy.
And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Taking a look at San Antonio and checking out Phoenix. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've been smack dab in the middle of the pack and just haven't been able to climb the ladder. They've been stuck in kind of a middling form.
Yeah, they've just sort of been hovering there in the middle of the pack. And, you know, this is not a very exciting team, and I think that's a problem. I mean, you've got to give your fans some hope. And this team, to this point, just kind of...
Oh, man, that was a real hark it up. Throwing it down with one hand and making it look
easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. The Suns have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Dragic with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. For 3, Smith. No good. Solid defense there from Ginobili.
If I'm him, I'm looking to move the ball the rest of the quarter because he cannot buy a shot.
Me salieron al cruce.
It's Anthony with the drive. Nice D from Ginobili.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Here's Cool Hands.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at. Now we get a chance to check out Andre Iguodala. How the last month of basketball was for him. 4th in field goal percentage. And he's been locked in from behind the arc, guys. He's in the top 20 in the NBA. Field goal percentage.
And you go back to his shooting percentage just for a minute here, Steve. I mean, you think about it. What makes a guy a high percentage shooter? Well, you take the shots that you work on. You don't take bad shots. And you let the game come to you. You don't force shots.
The Suns making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. There's 21 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here is Jack. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Here's Farmer. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Got it up.
Oh, buzzer. Knock it down. Right at the horn.
Well, he just throws up a prayer and it gets answered.
And those kind of shots are such a big lift for any team going into a break.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's the Spurs. They're up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
This Friday, Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets. Live from Denver. Hoops Action.
Pero qué triple me mandé al final,
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up.
Pura casualidad.
On the Spurs so
Me
far.
pueden dar 30 tiros
Really
más.
been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice
Son de esos tiros que entran uno en un
always
millón.
tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns.
Vos lo tenés que meter.
Easily out there with Gortat. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Anthony. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Cool Hands in the last outing against the Lakers was just phenomenal. He finished with 19 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks, Doris, very much. I'm sure he's going to carry some of that great momentum, Clark, into tonight.
And that's the way it works, guys. A big game like that just carries over sometimes. We'll see.
Yeah, all of a sudden the rim looks big.
Oh, what a throw down there. Man. You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Goes for the alley-oop. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's real
Repetición, que era cualquier cosa.
basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Here's Cool Hands. He's started by Dragic. Here's Duncan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Sí, sí, ya llamé demasiado la atención. Ahora todos están esperando que yo no.
Smith right side.
Así que ahora nos vamos a dedicar a que no tenga de más.
He kicks it to Dragic. Beasley outside. And
Vamos,
a
Mario.
fast break now for the Spurs. And Duncan throws it down. Timeout called the Suns.
Yeah, he's seen
Y el
it
tiempo
now,
muerto.
this interior scoring that his defense is giving
Me
up.
gustó la
So
reacción.
The message during this timeout is you need to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Suns trail by 13. Dragic kicks to Drummond. Down goes the slam.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. Kicks it to Duncan. Buries it down low. Duncan's got 12.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Dragic dishes to Smith. Fires from deep. Sean Marion grabs the miss.
They have a nice lead here and have really controlled the glass for the majority of the game. Kudos to them for their strong effort on the backboard.
Yeah, and they're sending a message, too. They're really coming out and playing a very physical game here. That's a gut punch right there, Clark. Cough up the ball at one end and get beaten on the break at the other.
Yeah, that really hurts. That's painful.
Passes it to Ginobili. Marion with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Here's Cool Hands. 11 points in the game. Clock at 4. Gets a look. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
The feed to Carmelo. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He is so good at working himself into the open spots on the floor inside that three-point line.
He dishes it to Ginobili. Good on the triple. And the Spurs lead by 14.
Getting better and
Un
better.
par de esas jugadas que me deje hacer, una doble marca y listo. Cuando quiero acordar esta prende por 20. Ajá. Tranquilo, tranquilo, tranquilo.
Here's Cool Hands. He's got 13.
Permítelo. Yes.
Working on Smith.
Tuya.
Lets it go with a 3. Ginobili again from deep. Ginobili's got 6.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Dragic the pass to Drummond. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. 7 points here for Drummond. Feeds it to Marion. Puts up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over Duncan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Carmelo belongs in that group of guys who you say, you know, maybe he's the best scorer in the league. He's certainly close. He's right there with Kobe and Dwayne Wade, LeBron, for sure. He's so skilled, he's so strong, and he's just got a knack for getting the ball in the hoop when the time is right.
His ability to do that, Steve, is a...
Macana se mandó con mandarme a la banca.
1:16 left now here in the second.
Van a 6 ahora.
Dragic kicks to Smith. It's Beasley on the wing. Easy shot. Hits the bucket. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Tortoise-like. Wow, Clark. Yeah, they're putting it together, but still trailing. Their offense is finally getting some...
Sí.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Smith. It's hauled in by Tony Parker. Parker's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance.
This just has not been his day so far.
Duncan with the block. Beasley. Spurs leading by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cool Hands, covered by Smith. 6 on the shot clock.
Tira el triple, Parker. Mira cómo te complicaste la vida.
Here's Smith. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. In a tight game here as we end the first half. Spurs lead by 4. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Now, presented by Sprint. And
And now the Sunday night edition of the Halftime Show. San Antonio on top against the Suns out at U.S. Airways Center. They've done a fantastic job pushing the break and the tempo, easy buckets in transition. A superstar half from Cool Hands. High percentage looks in the first half, amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buy-in. And giving it their all, the Phoenix Suns. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. Carmelo Anthony laying his thing down. He's got 10 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We look at Cool Hands in this game. He's been everywhere.
The way he's moved through the defense so far through two quarters, it's like everybody but him is in slow motion.
Well, he's just that quick going to the basket, Steve. I mean, the help defense just isn't getting there in time, and he's been able to finish.
On the court for San Antonio. Cita in at point guard. Iguodala out there with Marion. And it's Duncan. And it's Ginobili in at the two guard. For three, Smith. And that's good.
Ay, qué macana te mandaste. No podés.
He's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
It's taken away by Smith. Fast break, here come the Suns. Smith's running. Here's Anthony. No good. That would have tied it.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Anthony. Back to Marion. Shot denied. But he stays with it. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. That's good. Cool Hands got 15.
Well, I love the way they've been attacking inside, Kevin.
Now, guys, they're getting a lot of points in the painted area, not settling for outside shots, and I don't see any reason to change strategy here.
Anthony gets the drop. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. Ginobili gets the bucket.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
Suns trail by 4. Now Dragic. Back to Beasley. Smith outside. Dragic. Morris dishes to Melo. James over the board.
Oh, I like the aggressiveness here, guys. Just powering it down that time.
And descended gradual as it lingered on the rim.
Yeah, you got to be careful, too, guys, because the referees will call a technical pretty easily on that play. You got away with it there.
And the shot is good.
Man, they have a huge advantage in points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh, and this defense is getting pushed around a bit too much for my liking. They're just not competing at a high enough level here.
That's a 2 from Smith. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. Inside. Onto Ginobili again. Ginobili's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
Dragic kicks to Anthony. Beasley up top. Smith on deep. Another 3 for Phoenix.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
Dishes it to Duncan. Good. Duncan's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, both teams showing a lot of hustle, Clark.
Steve, especially since halftime. I mean, they're flying around out there, giving up a lot of energy and putting together a pretty good show.
Dragic the pass to Morris. The dish to Dragic. Fires from the wing. The offensive rebound. And that one is good by Beasley. He's got 8.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Iguodala.
Money.
Up a three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Boy, that's too easy. You cannot let a shooter that good get a warm-up jump shot like that. If you do that,
Ahora una pelota, esa es la diferencia.
Rockets dishes to Smith. The pass to Dragic.
¡Ey! ¡Alta!
Rebound San Antonio. Ginobili's got his third rebound on the night. After this one, they take on the Clippers.
a rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
That is some strength there, guys.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Dragic kicks to Beasley. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Beasley's got 10.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Cool Hands. And Phoenix grabs the miss. Dragic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Anthony. Shot is off. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Spurs leading by 4. It's Ginobili with the drive. And the layup falls.
Otra plegaria.
Ginobili's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
They get the rebound, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. Second is Manu Ginobili.
Well, night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. If you pick one way to deal with them, they'll just find another way to beat you.
Well, when you look at those numbers, you can tell that among the NBA's perimeter players, Steve, they're as explosive as it gets. It takes a lot of energy expended to defend any of them.
Smith, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Smith. Another shot. Good on the shot.
Oh, what?
Smith's got 10 points in the quarter.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. There's the triple. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
My goodness, he's going off in this quarter. He's got the guys on the bench going crazy. Rally towels and all.
Madre. Porra, una pelota.
1:22 left to play in the third. Smith. He's covered by Ginobili. The shot's good from Smith.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. He feeds it to Ginobili. Gets it to go. Ginobili's got 23 points.
He has taken over this game, guys. I don't know what else you can say about it.
He kicks it to Dragic.
Larga la pelota.
Back to Smith. Pass to Beasley. Rebound by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds now in this one. .35 seconds left in the third. Here's Cool Hands. Lock it 6. He passes to Duncan. Beasley with the rebound.
I like that creativity, double clutching and catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that. I can go for that.
Smith dishes to Dragic. Lobs the alley-oop pass. And again, it's J.R. Smith. Smith's got 14 points now in the second half. Here's Cool Hands. It'll count. And
Qué tapa, mi
quarter,
comí.
a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Spurs leading by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Coming up this Monday night, Rudy Gay and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Josh Smith and the Atlanta Hawks. Don't miss it.
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite uncontainable game.
Cuarto.
Let's go to Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Con ventaja. Menos mal.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Backs down.
What a talented leaper. Loves to climb up and throw it down. Man.
Oh, Clark, he gets up so quickly.
Yeah, like a pogo stick.
Oh, my gosh. Not a lot of point guards in the league can jam like he can.
That's for sure.
And he's able to finish, guys, amongst all the big fellas in the paint. Just amazing athleticism.
And the highlight reel replay. Brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Backing down is Beasley. Poked away. So with Ginobili sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Sita, he's in at the point. Marion is out there with Iguodala. And it's Tony Parker. And it's Duncan in at the center, filling out the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Spurs leading by 15. Iguodala outside. Here's Cool Hands.
Pasala bien, hombre.
Kicks to Smith. Over Parker. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 16 here in the second half.
He's really ramping it up now.
Passes to Parker. Here's Cool Hands. Defended by Jack. Duncan kicks to Iguodala. The feed to Duncan. Over Morris. And they will come over the back on the play.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
To the middle, here's Farmer, and an emphatic dunk.
Pretty significant lapse there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to Iguodala. Rebound by the Suns. Morris has got his third rebound tonight. Unloads from 13. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist from Jack. Jack's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Sita. Takes it up. Blocked.
Por eso en la otra le había pasado. Yo sabía que iba a pasar eso.
And here is Jack. It's blocked. He dishes it to Beasley.
Me metí la badaña en la mano.
And he knocks down the first one.
They need to work their way inside and maybe to the free throw line if they're going to cut into that lead. I mean, those outside shots aren't going to get it done.
No, I think you got to avoid taking bad, contested, long-range shots. You've got to continue to attack, get yourself to the free throw line, no question.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Phoenix. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Cool Hands, covered by Smith. Back to Duncan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Duncan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chances.
The free throw drops for Duncan.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the strike. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
Well, we should keep an eye on him because normally he's good for 1 or 2 highlight reel dunks. And this guy can absolutely fly.
And, of course, his aggressive finishing ability is something that really ignites his team. Sometimes 2 points can count for a whole lot more than that. Man, oh, man, finish finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
Spurs leading by 11. Iguodala, the pass to Duncan. Here's Marion. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Step aside, step aside. We got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
No erramos tanto.
Kevin, in that last break, I
Tiene que haber
listened to
problema
the
para ganar
Suns
ese
coach
partido.
address his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see what it takes, guys.
Here's Cedar.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time. And check out your point guard showing you major bounce above the rim.
How about this? The smaller the player, the bigger the highlight.
That was a highlight. Terrific finish. No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, he is an absolute force when he gets near the hoop.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Ginobili outside.
Is it?
Is it free? And it's good. Ginobili's got 26.
Boy, he's lighting it up from long range this half, really taking advantage of the defense.
Smith dishes to Carmelo. Beasley outside. Outside Jack. The three. Again, the miss by Jack.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow, let it happen. Don't force it.
Count that one.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing. They're knocking down their shot.
Here's Cool Hands, defended by Jack. Ginobili outside. Good one. Again, the Spurs, good for two.
They've really executed well here offensively.
Well, it's going to take a major catastrophe, a colossal collapse, for them to not walk away with the win.
The three, Beasley.
La tenía yo, motivador.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Cool Hands. Ginobili outside. Shot clock at 5. Spurs passing it around. Over Smith. And it's San Antonio with another.
And that one should remove all doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
Dragic kicks to Anthony. Off target from three-point range. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cool Hands. Ginobili up top. Here's Cool Hands. Takes the lead pass. Iguodala. That drops.
I think we can chalk this one up. The goal now is just to run some time.
Yeah, I think it's time to get the bus started now, boys.
Iguodala with the steal. Tries for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Off on that one.
Terminó.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
Muy bien. Este fue un partido más de liga regular. Esta vez frente a los Phoenix Suns.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Nosotros nos volveremos a ver en el próximo video de NBA 2K13. Hasta la próxima.
And now, our Jordan player of the game, Cool Hands.